I'm Anna, and I do a lot of like online video stuff, like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram kind of thing. I have my own products and stuff, so I thought I'd come in and like, if any of you guys are doing stuff like that, I could help you out and answer your questions or anything. So that's my YouTube, and I do TikTok and Instagram and different things. And I have like my own product line and stuff. I basically do tutorials for flexibility is my main thing, and then I also do like random vlogs and stuff like that. I started probably around 5 years ago, so I've been doing it for quite a while. Basically, like Instagram was like kind of new and like a big thing 5 years ago, so I was on there and getting a lot of requests to do tutorials for what I was posting. I was posting a lot of flexibility pictures, so like different tricks and things like that. So I made tutorials on YouTube and kind of went from there.
So how hard was it for you to get started with the YouTube channel and to actually like make everything look professional in a way, I guess?
Starting was not as time consuming as it is now. I kind of just did it for fun at the start, but it does take a lot of time if you're making long YouTube videos. It probably takes me like 15 hours or so to like edit a video and a couple days to like film it. So it definitely takes a lot of time if that's what you're asking, but it's a lot of work, but worth it if you enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you.
In the beginning, how did you keep yourself motivated to keep producing these things?
I really enjoy doing it, honestly, but also the feedback, I would say, is a big thing that keeps me motivated, like just hearing what people want more of and getting ideas that way. Yeah, that's kind of what keeps me motivated. But
in your first year, you probably didn't have that many subscribers or audience members, right? How many did you have for, how long was it before you got into the over 100?
Well, I started on Instagram, so I probably had around like 10,000 on Instagram before I went to YouTube. But that was because Instagram was like kind of a big thing back then. It was kind of like the TikTok of now. So if you're starting now, honestly, I wouldn't start with making long form videos on YouTube. I would start with making short videos on TikTok or Instagram or like even YouTube Shorts, and then you can reach like a broader audience, and then people will be more interested in watching like a 10-minute video. That's personally what I think is the key kind of thing.
When you say short, how short do you think would
like
be?
10 to 15 vertical, like 10 to 15 second vertical videos. Yeah, YouTube just started a new thing recently, YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you heard of that. But basically, like, they're really pushing YouTube Shorts. I just started, like, a Shorts channel this year, and it's already almost at 500,000. And that's just from them, like, pushing Shorts so much. So I would definitely put, like, some short 15-second videos. And then once people are more invested in your shorter content, they'll be more likely to choose and watch, like, a 10-minute video of you playing a game kind of thing. So I would definitely do that.
Anna, you said you started on Instagram.
Yeah.
When you opened your Instagram account, you had no viewers, right?
Yes.
So how many videos and how long did it take you to get more than 100?
Like years, probably like 2 years. I remember when I first started my Instagram, I had it for probably like a year or so. And I think I had like 5,000 followers by the end of the year, but then they like deactivated my account because I was too young to have it. I was like 12 and you had to be 13. So then I had to start from scratch from zero again. And then it was after that I started my YouTube. So
what are some methods that you use to grow your community, and which ones work best?
I personally find what works the best for growing is, for me, I would say short form content right now. That's what is most likely to go viral. So really making like a really short, like 10-second video and having a really good hook that people watch it over and over again to like figure out what's happening, or just because it's entertaining or they want to share it with other people. I think that's the best way right now, especially with TikTok and like all these other platforms, to grow an audience. I find people just don't have the attention span to watch like 10-minute videos unless they're really like interested in your content already. So I'd say that's like my biggest advice if you're starting now. Even I started more like with pictures on Instagram, but now it's kind of shifted to like short videos is like the thing to grow, I find, yeah.
For you?
For everyone, I find. Like right now, like TikTok is where you can grow and then you can send people over to YouTube, I find. Or shorts.
I'm surprised to hear you say that because you kind of already found your audience, or you found a good chunk of them.
Oh, yeah. I find if you want to like monetize your content and make it into like a business that you can like make a profit with, you need to make long videos, because TikTok and shorts, it's not really a business. It's kind of just like for fun. You don't really get anything in return, but you need to find that audience to watch your long videos first. So someone is a lot more likely to watch like a 10-second video than like a 10-minute one kind of thing. So especially if they're just scrolling and you pop up, like they're more likely to watch it instead of clicking on it. So, yeah.
If you've gotten hate before, how did you like deal with it? How did you get yourself back to a motivated state to be able to keep creating content?
I would like all the time I get like random comments, but I find like usually if someone's like hating on you, it's kind of like stupidness. Like they're like, oh, this is such a horrible video, or oh, this is stupid. But it's not like something you can really take to heart. Like you're just like, oh, this person is just like in a bad mood, so they're taking it out on you kind of thing. So like I would kind of just like brush it off kind of thing. But yeah.
Like, yeah, what kind of communication are you having with your audience?
I would say like 99% is positive. I feel like a lot of people, unless you're doing very controversial topics, I feel like most of the time people online are very positive. So depends on the platform too. Like TikTok, TikTok is like my biggest platform right now. I find people on there, because they're just scrolling and they don't really know you and they're not watching like a long video of you. They're more likely to just kind of like make fun in the comments of whatever. But on YouTube, I'd say like almost all of it is very positive. So it really depends on the platform too. But yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
How did you find your target audience?
I would say you need to find like a niche, like whatever you're interested in, and make content related to that. So I do a lot of flexibility things and I don't really stray that much from it. So really, if you just keep making content on a similar topic, then eventually your content will get pushed out to those people that are interested in it. So I think that's the best way.
What made you like make the jump from YouTube? Was it like, did you want to just make like tutorials, or were people like requesting it like on your Instagram?
I was getting a lot of requests, honestly, because like flexibility things are very easy to make tutorials for. Like people want to know how to do it, so that's kind of where the request came from. But I don't think you need to be getting requests to start a YouTube. I think if it's something you're interested in, you think other people will be interested in it too, then I would just go for it. I don't think it's necessary that people need to be asking you for it. Yeah.
This is more of like an advice question.
Okay.
But I have a podcast and I kind of want to grow with it more and do something else with it. What would you say would be the best way to like move forward with it, like going a different platform wise?
So do you want to know which platform you think would be the best to grow kind of thing?
Yeah, and like how to go through with it. Kind of.
Hey, maybe you could tell Anna a little bit more about your podcast.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what it's about.
Well, it's called Doing What I Do Best, because it's a play on the fact that I'm just talking the entire time.
Cool.
And it's kind of just random things. Like I did my last episode on like how to get out of a funk. I think that was like my best episode yet, and I've only had like 6. But I just kind of do different things on like lifestyle and how I'm feeling, and just like random topics. Mostly, I don't really have like an actual specific thing I talk about, but it's more like I'm not afraid to talk about certain things if I have to. Like I did one on Remembrance Day and the Black Lives Matter movement, but I deleted the Black Lives Matter movement one because I had a lot of people commenting and telling me to delete it because it was like, so I had to reword it and like do another one. But like I kind of want to grow more, maybe going into YouTube where it's like me actually on camera talking instead of doing voice or stupid TikTok sketches, I guess. I just don't really know where to move and what to do, really, like to grow it.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome like podcast from what it sounds like. I'll have to listen to some of your episodes. It sounds very interesting. I've seen a lot of people like putting short clips of the most interesting part of their podcast on TikTok, and I find that does really well. Like if you take a video of yourself saying something that's in the podcast, you could even like afterwards, if you're like listening it over and then you notice the part's really good, you could even just say it again as if you were recording. And then if that like inspires someone or they find it interesting, they might go and listen to the whole episode kind of thing. Especially if you link it in your bio.
Because I already made an Instagram for it.
Cool.
Because I had my like friends that didn't know where to go to find it, so I had to make an Instagram for somewhere to put a link, and that's kind of worked. But because I can like talk to people that listen to it, but I want to grow more so more people can find it. So I might start with TikTok.
Yeah. You can do YouTube too, like recording the entire time you do the podcast. I've noticed a lot of people do that too. I like listening to podcasts too. So that could work, but I find if you want to grow quickly, then TikTok is probably the best one to start with.
So I remember you saying that it takes about 15 hours to create a video. Do you ever find it hard to focus on your work, and do you have any strategies to work more efficiently?
Yeah, so I would say like on average, it probably takes me that long to edit the video. Filming it probably just takes like a whole day, or I'll split it between like 2 days. But what I do is I'll usually edit for like 3 hours at a time. Like I have one video, like a long video that goes out every week. So I'll split the editing up between like a few days kind of thing, instead of like, I'm not going to sit at my computer for 15 hours straight, because I know by the end of it, the content is not going to be very good quality because I'll be tired. So yeah, I think just splitting up your workload is probably what I would suggest, but I feel like that's different for everyone too.
How long has it been your full-time focus?
I would say since like COVID started, that really helped my channels grow. A lot of people were at home and wanting like yoga and like stretching routines and things like that to do because they were bored. So I would say my audience probably like tripled in that time, and you know, school ended, so that was like when I started doing it as a full-time kind of thing. But
Many of our audience members are full-time students, have part-time jobs, family commitments, maybe extracurriculars. When you were in school, did you find it difficult to produce your work consistently with all of life's challenges?
yes, definitely. I remember that is one of the reasons why I loved this course, because it was time that I could work on it when I would have been in school. But yeah, it was hard. Like every day after school, I would edit, and then I would have like cheer or dance, because I did that like for fun as well. So like it was always go, 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 trying to get it done. But I still somehow managed to post a video every week in school. But I don't know, it just took a lot of time.
How did you figure out you were so flexible?
From doing cheerleading. I'm a flyer, so we do like different body positions in the air. So it kind of came easier to me than a lot of people. But I had to stretch a lot too. But that's kind of how I discovered it, I guess.
Do you, now that you're working on your business full time, is it something you'd recommend that high school students would have as a goal? Like, do you have any thoughts about stopping it to go and do other things, or was that ever a consideration, or have you just loved what you're doing and rolled right into it?
It kind of happened naturally, I guess. Like I just kind of kept doing it, and I was like, oh, well, I can do this full time, so I might as well, since I like it, kind of thing. So yeah, kind of just like naturally I was already doing it, and then it was growing when school ended. So I was like, if I can do this full time, why would I want to do something I don't enjoy as much? So yeah.
So a lot of people, when they get in the situation and make a YouTube video, they find out the thing that they love kind of turns into work. Has that experience ever happened to you, and how did you like work around it if it did?
Yeah, that's definitely happened to me, especially if I have a deadline that just seems like I don't have enough time to get it done, or I'm busy with other things. It does kind of take the enjoyment out of it when you're rushed like that. So how I got around it really is I try to focus on doing videos that I like, even if it's not necessarily the best performing video sometimes. So I personally really like to do like the tutorial kind of videos. I find that's what I'm best at making, but sometimes they're not the most viral thing. like it'd be more like, for example, I've done one before where I spent like 24 hours in the splits, and that one did really good, but it wasn't necessarily like my favorite thing to film. So I kind of just alternate between doing things that I love that kind of like keep me motivated, and then occasionally doing like something that I know will help grow my account kind of thing. So yeah.
Anna, you have as your on your channel.
Yeah, this is my main channel, and then I have another one as well that's like shorter videos. So this is my like main one. I do a lot of like stretching kind of challenges here. You can see there's like different things that you can choose from, and then I have like just like my general videos and like stuff. And down here is my second one, if you want to go to that one. But so this one I just started this year. If you click on the picture, and then you go to videos. So like you can see this is just like really short, like 10-second videos. And that's what I find is doing the best for everyone right now when it comes to growing. Like if you just make really short videos, like I can make probably like 5 of these videos in one day, whereas another one would take, like a longer one would take me all week. And this channel has been growing just as fast as my other one, but my other one is just, I've had it longer, so it's bigger, but this is a newer thing. So yeah, this is YouTube Shorts. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. It's like TikTok, but on YouTube.
So what's the product line you've been mentioning?
So basically I have a product line of, it's kind of like merch, but not really. It's like yoga mats and stretch bands and stuff that go along with like my flexibility kind of content. So I just started that this year, and it's been going pretty well. So, yeah.
Was that a financial incentive, or was it some like what prompted you to change and branch out in that direction to go into merchandise?
I just thought it would be cool to have. I didn't really need to do it. But I just think it's cool to have like a physical product that's like mine and like my own website. And I also put stretch plans with my YouTube videos on the website. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to do it for fun kind of thing.
Has it been fun? Because I mean, it's
it's really
a whole
cool.
other beast to manage, right?
Yeah, it's really fun. Like being able to like design the stuff. I make everything. It's not for everyone. I like a very girly style. So it's not like, you know, it's very my style. So yeah, you can go on it if you want. So if you go here, these are like, I make stretch plans for my YouTube videos. I find people really like that. So you can choose one of them. So yeah, I do like different plans and stuff on my website. These are all free, but.
Are they getting a lot of traffic?
Yeah, I find I just started doing the plans like last month, but I find like whenever I make a plan, the videos in those plans start to pick up, like they're old videos, so people have been liking them. People say that they help, so yeah, and I have like, we sold out of some things, so some things are on pre-sale, but yeah, I just kind of make like different products that I think would be useful for my audience, but yeah. Anyways, that was just started this summer. It's been going pretty well, but yeah, do you have a question?
How did you and Gymshark become a collaboration?
So they emailed me. I'm in my second year with them. Now I have like a sponsorship kind of deal with them. They just kind of reached out. The first thing they wanted me to do was just like one TikTok for them. And then it turned into like a 3-month thing and then a year thing. And now I just signed for my second year with them. So just kind of happened like that.
What's it like to be sponsored?
It's really cool. They just had like an event like in September, and they like brought us all together with all of their other athletes and stuff. So it's a really cool way to like meet different people, and it's really nice. Yeah, they're a great brand, I think.
For the event, do you have to travel for those? Like,
yeah. So they like flew everyone. It was in California, so for that's where that one was. So they just kind of flew everyone down. We all got together for like a week kind of thing. But yeah, it was fun.
So you are a normal person.
Yeah, yes.
Who's having an extraordinary amount of success. So congratulations to you. Has your life changed in the last 2 years since your viewership tripled and you're now sponsored? And I saw you on America's Got Talent the other day.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a fun experience. I didn't go forward because they had this really lengthy contract I didn't want to sign, but yeah, that was fun. It's definitely like I've met a lot of new people through doing like online stuff, so it's definitely changed in that way, but not drastically. Like I'm still the same person, so it's not like, I don't know, it's changed, but not really at the same time. So yeah. Yeah?
Do you ever get stopped in the streets by like subscribers or anything?
Not really in St. John. When I travel sometimes, but like, I don't know. Most of my audience is in like the US and India, which is different. So I don't really get stopped around here. Plus, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like, people know me around here. Like, from school and stuff. Like, I'm just normal around here. But then if I go somewhere, then people are like, oh, I watch your videos and stuff. But yeah.
Do you know, are you able to look at your viewership and know what part of the world they come from? And if so, how does that break down?
Yeah, so my most popular area is the US, which makes sense. And then it's like India and the UK and Australia. I think Canada is like 5th or 6th, but yeah, mainly US based. And recently, since India had that big lockdown for such a long time, like 10% of my audience is from India now, which is like the second biggest percentage. So, yeah, that's...
So you have about 240,000 people watching from India, is that right? Ish?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if that will grow. Like, there's 1 billion people there. There's only 30 million or 30-some million in all of Canada. I wonder if your audience just from India could be 10 million.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Have you ever pushed your limits by stretching, like, too far?
Not really. No. I don't, like, do it to the point where it's painful. I just do it to the point that I think it looks cool. So, yeah. So, no.
What would you recommend for a beginner to either, like, what equipment we would need or what we should be doing, like producing and stuff like that, if we wanted to start YouTube?
I would say a good microphone, especially now, is very important. Like, nothing expensive, just like a microphone. Like, when I started, I didn't use a microphone and the audio was horrible. So I find people can, like, take bad video quality, but if something sounds bad, you're probably not going to watch it for very long. So I think a microphone's the main thing. Even you can get microphones you can put on your phone if you want to record with your phone. Phone quality is pretty good. Sometimes I use my phone. So, yeah.
Did you mention that you're still using the same mic that's
I use, when I do voiceovers, is it a Blue Yeti, I think it's called? Yeah.
Snowball, and there's a Blue Yeti as well.
Yeah, that's the mic I've used that for years now.
It's great.
Yeah, it works really well. I don't use it like if I'm like I have another one that I put on my camera because you can't like carry that one around. But if I'm doing voiceovers, then that's the microphone I'll use. So,
Do you film yourself or do you have someone else film for you?
I film myself. Yeah. A lot of the stuff I do is easy to put on a tripod. Like if I'm doing a routine that you follow along to, it's not like I need someone following me around, so I find it easier to film by myself. Yeah.
Is it safe to say that you didn't expect to have this level of popularity or success, or was this part of your plan to get to a certain level? And also, do you have like a 2-year or 5-year plan for where this work is headed?
I've always kind of just been like go with the flow. So like I don't have like a very set plan. I definitely want to do some more collaborations. I'm planning on going to California a bit and doing like more collaborations. I find there's not that many people around here at the moment doing this kind of stuff. So I definitely want to do that and try and like grow myself some more. But no, I didn't expect it at all. It's kind of like for fun.
Do you plan to keep doing the work and building and working in your channel for the next few years, do you think?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I want to keep doing it until like people don't watch my stuff anymore kind of thing because I really enjoy it. So, yeah.
Are you thinking about hiring an editor at any time to make this easier for you and so you can produce more content?
Well, the thing is, with me, I'm very picky, so I feel like it would be hard for me to be happy with someone else editing my videos. And I also film things in a very particular way, and sometimes I'll like refilm and say something a few times and want to use like a specific clip, and like I'm just very particular with my videos, so that's why I kind of like editing them myself.
Would you ever like want to end up moving out of St. John for more opportunities?
Possibly. I mean, I do like it here. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with St. John. There's lots of pretty scenery and stuff here for different things. But yeah, I could see myself moving for like half the year or something to like a different city just to like do some new things and stuff. But
Just until you can't get down the street without signing autographs, and then you can come back home.
So yeah, I was just wondering, when you decide that you're going to film a specific video about a certain topic, do you plan out kind of what you're going to say? Do you like write a little script? Like, I guess, what does that process look like?
That's a really good question. So it depends on the video. I really do like two different types of videos. I do kind of like more educational, like routines you can follow along to, and tutorials, and then also just like vlogs or like challenges that I think might like do well, like the 24-hour challenges and stuff. So if it's a tutorial, I like write down everything and I plan out the routine to make sure it's going to be helpful for whoever is doing it. But if it's more like a vlog, then I just kind of see what happens kind of thing. So it really just depends on the video.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
If you shot a video that would ultimately be 30 minutes, are your long form about 30 minutes?
Usually I do around like 8 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of what Matt was asking about would go into that before the camera started rolling? Like, how much time do you need? I mean, you're probably really good at it now, but for the purposes of the students who are watching or listening, how much time do you think goes in to planning a strong video when you're in your first year of learning how to do it?
Well, for example, this week I'm making a video and it's a routine to get higher split jumps. So I'm going to film it like tomorrow. But yesterday I already wrote down like 2 pages worth of like what the routine is, what I'm going to put in the intro to like kind of hook the viewer. And like I kind of write everything down before I film it. So filming it's kind of just seamless. So I'd say like at least like an hour or two kind of like planning out what I want to do beforehand. I think like even if you're doing a podcast, like that could be helpful. Like if you kind of like have just bullet points of, I don't know if you do that already.
I don't make a script. I only do bullet points.
Yeah, but I feel like for a podcast, bullet points is good. You don't want it to be like scripted. But like if
too much.
Yeah, like if you have an idea, like I think that's what I like to do too. Yeah.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of this job, and what's your least favorite part?
My favorite part, I have a few favorite parts. I love like when different opportunities come from it. And also like being able to meet new people through like collaborations and stuff, and hearing like feedback from like my routines, like that people got their splits. And I also enjoy editing. Did you say least favorite too?
Yeah.
Or probably filming, honestly. I don't
Really?
Yeah. Talking to the camera has always been hard for me. So I'd say that's my least favorite part. I just like getting it filmed, and then it's done. I can edit it and do what I want with it. So.
I'm like the complete opposite. I don't like sitting there and editing. I think it's because I have to like sit there and actually listen to my voice.
Yeah.
With big headphones on, making sure that everything's crisp.
Yes.
And, like, then actually like talking and having it all out and producing it, that's like my favorite part. But I also just don't like having to make sure that everything sounds good, and if something bad happens, I have to split it. And
Yeah.
I'm just not technical.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite. I've always been like liking doing things on a computer. I'm not really, I don't know, I'm kind of like an introvert. I like editing and stuff like that. So,
I just don't understand a lot of it. That might be my problem.
Yeah, well, you could always, like, editing's easy to learn once you get the hang of it. So, yeah.
I'm learning slowly.
Yeah.
Did you take workshops, or how did you become an editor?
So I started really simple, like with iMovie, and then really just like YouTube is how, like, if I didn't know how to do something, like, I kind of have it pictured in my head, like, what I want it to look like. So if I'm like, I don't know how to do this transition or something, I would just, like, YouTube how to do a slide transition or whatever I wanted to do kind of thing.
What program do you typically use?
I use Final Cut Pro. That's, like, the only program I use, really. I find it works really well for editing. It's pretty simple. It's kind of expensive, though. It's, like, $300. So, like, iMovie is a free, like, to get started, that's what I started with. So that's free if you have, like, an Apple computer. So,
Have you ever used OBS? And what do you use to record your videos usually?
I did one. I don't really like live streaming. I think it's because, like I said, I kind of like to, like, reshoot things until I'm happy with them. So I did one live stream before because I said, like, once I hit, like, a certain amount of subscribers, I would do my first live stream, and I used OBS for that.
Yeah, I use OBS for, like, recording purposes.
You do?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
It's pretty good. It saves in weird files, but I was just wondering, what do you usually use to record your videos?
I use a Canon camera, but I don't do gaming. Yeah. So it's probably... Do you use a webcam?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I use a webcam, but OBS integrates that automatically, and OBS does screen capture, which is, pretty vital for someone playing on a computer.
Yeah, I feel like for gaming, it would be completely different with how you film it because you need the game on the screen.
Exactly.
So
you
yeah.
have to use software rather than an actual hardware
Yeah,
camera.
see, for me, I just, like, videotape it and then save it to my computer after, so it could be completely different for gaming.
Do you ever find it difficult to watch yourself on screen or hear yourself?
Not really. Even, like, the other day, for some reason, I wanted an old video for something. I can't really remember what it was for, but I was, like, going through my old videos, and I don't mind watching them, but I don't really like watching my own videos in front of the crowd. I don't know.
What Canon camera do you use?
I use the SL3. But I don't really like it that much. I know the M50 is supposed to be, like...
I use the Rebel and the point and shoot. The point and shoot,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
the one you can just, like, screw on a tripod, but there's no spot for a microphone.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
my question is, what microphone do you use, too?
I use a Rode Video Mic Pro, and before that I used like the smaller one. Like, the one I have is kind of big, but there's also a smaller one that works good too if you're close up. I just found because if I was, like, 6 feet away from the camera, you couldn't really hear me that well with the smaller one, but if you're right close to the camera, the other one works great too. So yeah, Rode Video Mic. Yeah.
Any how about advice for other youth who want to grow and have this become their career?
You mean, like, video kind of thing?
The next Anna McNulty, yeah.
I would say just make videos on something you love, and then other people that are interested in the same thing will find you eventually. It just takes time, and then work hard at it, and then you'll be all set kind of thing.
All right, thank you very much, Anna McNulty.